But it's a lot about what's going to happen in our own markets. That's the global market action, but how will those cues impact our own markets? We have our research team joining in bright and early, all of them joining me in the studio today to tell you what the trade setup is looking like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. A happy Diwali to all of you guys. Thank you for joining in. Vamakshi, let me come to you first up. Is it going to be a happy Diwali for bulls today?
Well, Sonal, we're all hoping for that. A happy Diwali to you too. But unfortunately, yesterday it was not such a big, happy Diwali for the markets. The mixed global cues led to the market, starting off on a tepid note. Benchmark indices, however, traded in a tight range with negative bias for most part of the session. Nifty and Sensex both ended the session in the red and they snapped their two-day gaining streak. Broader indices, on the other hand, continued to outperform. Nifty mid-cap saw a gain of 0.16%, but it is the small-cap index that was shining bright, up over 1%. As far as sectors are concerned, media was the top gainer, followed by FMCG. Nifty Bank and Nifty Pharma, on the other hand, saw the most correction in the trading session yesterday. Now, as far as the US markets are concerned, it was not such a great day for them as well. Q3 GDP growth was slower than expected at an annualized rate of 2.8% as compared to 3.1% estimates. Alphabet earnings exceeded analyst expectations, but other earnings were less upbeat, and resultantly, we saw all three benchmark indices decline in the trading session yesterday. In fact, Nasdaq managed to hit a new fresh record high, but then slipped lower in the trading session. As far as the markets today are concerned, lots of economic cues to watch out for. Bank of Japan's press conference is scheduled today. Eurozone CPI, US core PCE price index and initial jobless claims are also expected to come through today. Stocks, lots of stocks will be reacting to their numbers as well. They reported their numbers post market hours, and that list includes L&T, Biocon as well as Tata Power. Not a lot of earnings scheduled today, but we'll be watching out for the numbers of Narayana Hrudayala. As of now, not a positive handover coming in from the global markets. The GIFT Nifty 2 indicating a negative start.
All right, so that is the market setup. Thank you so much for that, Vamakshi. Let me go across to Sudarshan now. He will list out the stocks to watch out for in today's trading session. Good morning, Sudarshan.
Morning, Sonal, and happy Diwali to all the viewers of CNBC TV18. So starting with stock, first one is infra major L&T, which has reported Q2 earnings. Earnings were largely above estimates, and when company has maintained its guidance for FY25. Order inflow is seen at 10% and revenue growth is seen at 15%, and company has maintained core margin for FY25 at 8.25%. Next is Tata Power. It was a mixed Q2 earnings. Revenue has missed estimates while EBITDA was higher. Margin has increased 430 bips year-on-year to 23.9%. Biocon earnings were below estimates, but company expects an improved performance in H2 of FY25. For Q2, EBITDA was down 8%. Margin has fallen almost 200 bips. IRB Infra, again, it was a muted Q2. EBITDA was down 4%. Revenue has fallen 9%. And company says toll collection was impacted due to heavy rains across the country. For Cipla, the news is US FDA has classified Goa unit as voluntary action indicated, which paves way for niche launches like Abraxane generic. For Ashoka Buildcon, company and its arm Viva Highways to provide exit to its investors of ACL. ACL is Ashoka Concessions Limited, and company and Viva Highways to acquire investments worth almost 1,700 crore. Last one is EPL, which was earlier known as SL Propac. PE firm Blackstone must strategic review of its investments, and this strategic review proceeds would likely be the full stake sale that company PE firm might plan. So these are the stocks that might be in focus today.
That'll be an interesting one. We'll watch out for that. Sudarshan, thank you so much for joining in with all the stocks that'll be on our radar today. Let me go across to Mangalam now. He's joining in with all cues from the F&O space. Good morning, Mangalam.
Good morning. So I would say happy Diwali to all the viewers and also happy expiry to all the viewers this time around, largely because it is October series expiry today, and this time around the Nifty will snap a 4-series gaining streak this time around. If you just take a look at the last 5 series on the Nifty, from June 2024 when we saw a big move on the Nifty of almost 7%, that was followed up by 1.5% in July, 3.1% in August and 4.2% in September as well. As of now, we have a 7.2% cut in the October series so far, with the GIFT Nifty indicating a big cut at the open as well. The question is whether we see some recovery from the lows in today's trading session or not. October series, 3 major reasons for decline. Of course, one, there was the big FII selling in cash market. Secondly, there was earnings disappointment. And thirdly, there were a bunch of stretched valuations as well. The market yesterday was slightly weak. The Nifty fell about 126 points. The Nifty Bank was down 400 points, even as the mid-caps outperformed. it was, the reasons why the market was rallying has now come about. So if you look at the FII selling in cash market, which was starting to abate, yesterday picked up. They sold about 4,600 crore in the cash market. Even index futures, they were adding a lot of long positions, covering a lot of shorts. Yesterday, that was unwound. They sold about 1,500 crore in index futures, unwound about 32,000 long contracts. And as a result of which, the FII net contracts, which were closer to 0.9 lakh on the short side, have now inched mildly higher to 1.2 lakh on the short side, with longs coming down from 40% to 36% itself. The short point, what happens today? What is the option writers betting on in terms of range? 24,300 put has a fair amount of action for 50 rupees, telling you 24,250 would be a support. On the way up, 24,400 and 24,500 calls have also seen a fair amount of writing, telling you around 24,450 to 24,500 could be a bit of a resistance. So the option writers range expected today, 24,250 to 24,450. Yesterday's high of 24,498 and Monday's low of 24,135 would be the broader range for the index. As we start November series tomorrow, big triggers for the November series as well. We have the US elections, locally Maharashtra elections, US Fed meet outcome, the China NPC, and most importantly, the remainder of the second quarter earnings.
It's going to be a busy November for all of us, definitely. But let's celebrate today. It's Diwali. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us and prepping us up for the trading day ahead. With that,